what's going on YouTube? It's Dracula, and today we're playing some more Fallout 4. I did do some stuff off camera.
I care about them, you know. The people of the Commonwealth.
I can see that. They're playing with fire and we need to save them.
Exactly. I just hope we're here in time. I refuse to allow the mistakes of the past to be repeated.
Don't worry. I'm convinced.
Paladin Dance's reports were quite clear regarding your feelings toward the Brotherhood. And he concludes that you'd be an asset to us. Seeing as he's one of my most respected field officers, you couldn't get a better recommendation. Therefore, from this moment forward, I'm granting you the rank of Knight. And, befitting your title, we're granting you a suit of power armor to protect you on the field of battle. Wear it with pride.
I'll do my best to live up to it.
I'm certain that you will. In any event, once you're finished becoming familiar with the Prydwen and my staff, report to the flight deck for your new orders. Welcome aboard the Prydwen, soldier.
Okay. So I got some power armor.
Engine turbines at 87% efficiency.
Which I probably will never use.
Congratulations on the promotion.
Paladin Dance.
There you are. How did it go with Elder Maxon?
I was very impressed with him. He seems to know what's best for everyone.
Exactly. Without his determination, we'd be lost. I just hope you appreciate how much of a chance I'm taking bringing you into the fold this quickly. Not to put too fine a point on it, but if you screw up, we go down together.
I won't let you down, Dance. I promise.
Good. Now, I know you're eager to hop into a suit of power armor and take the fight to the Institute. But first things first. In order to be an effective part of the team, you need to learn your way around this ship and get to know its crew. Since I've been officially assigned to you as your sponsor, I'd recommend taking me along with you.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Outstanding. Let's talk to Proctor Tegan. I bet he has some excellent odds for power.
So, you're the new recruit I heard about. Huh, not what I was expecting.
Sounds like you're disappointed.
Not disappointed, just surprised. You don't look like one of the usual wastelanders we'd pick up. Anyway, since you came down here to meet me, we may as well get it over with. My name's Ingram, and this lovely little grease pit is where you'll usually find me. If your power armor's too tight in the crotch, the Prydwen's about to crash into the ground, or a robot's gone haywire, you come see me.
Sounds like you have a pretty full plate.
Plate? Hell, I have a whole table. There isn't a day that goes by on this tub without... And since I'm...
Sure.
Huh.
Actually...
I suppose it's better. Anyway, there's a pretty decent T-60 suit sitting in Bay 3 that's all yours. The left leg actuator's a bit sticky, but it'll keep the creeps off of you. Oh, and if you need any work done on it, now, if you'll
Can't talk right now.
Excuse me, Proctor Tegan.
Clean the mire
Step
and
forward,
scow
Knight.
off my boots.
Even though they've locked me in this blasted cage, I promise that I won't bite.
Looks uncomfortable in there.
It's not that bad. Now, this is the stowage depot, and I, as you probably already guessed, am the ship's quartermaster, Proctor Tegan. The powers that be have me locked in here, so I can keep an eye on the Brotherhood's valuables. If you need to stock up on supplies before you head out on a mission, this is the place to buy them.
That's good to know.
I'm glad you're the agreeable. But I tell most of the news. The good news is by having a constant flow of caps, I'm able to buy whatever you bring me. Yeah, I'm mostly interested in weapons, but I'll take anything useful. Of course, if you're just looking to make a few caps on the side, I might have some extra work.
I could use some extra.
You need them, and I want you. Just involved. And since I'm after you're done, in the meantime,
Proctor.
remember, come find me when you're done meeting the rest of the crew.
Nothing to report right now, Knight.
You haven't lived until you tipped a Brahmin with a vertebra. Now that's a challenge.
Proctor Ingram said she needed this suit tested yesterday. Don't.
Okay.
I don't know about Scribe Mariah. I think she loves her little zoo a bit too much.
Everything holding together?
Trust
Glad
me.
you finally stopped by, soldier. Are you ready for your medical exam?
Sure. Go right ahead.
All right. I'm going to ask you a series of medical... First question. As a child, were you ever exposed to radiation for an extended period?
My father said I used to sit way too close to the television.
The television? Wait a second. Let me check my notes here. You were a vault dweller? You're probably healthier than anyone else aboard. Anyway, sorry I missed that in your records. Just... Okay. Have you ever had, or come in contact with a person confirmed to be carrying a communicable disease?
Honestly, I don't remember.
Well, you don't appear to be suffering from any long-term ill effects, so I'll assume you haven't. Third question. And please, have you ever had sexual relations with any species considered non...
No. Never have.
Very well. Last question. Would you have any problems pulling the trigger on an enemy of the Brotherhood, whether they're human, formerly human, or machine?
Nope. No problem whatsoever.
Excellent. You'll fit in quite well around here. Excellent. I think I've got... I see no reason to prevent... If you ever need medical assistance...
Move out, Paladin.
Ah, good. You're finally here. Just set the books down anywhere. I'll get to them as soon as I can.
I think you're confusing me with someone else.
Perhaps since it's obvious.
Maxon wanted me to meet the crew, so you were next on my list.
Ah, yes. You must be the new recruit described in Paladin Dance's report. Under normal circumstances, I'd provide you with a proper orientation of my department. However, I'm woefully behind setting up research patrols and getting bombarded with requests for technical documentation. Unfortunately, I'm lacking the personnel needed to get the job done.
Maybe I can lend you a hand.
That would be splendid. I'm authorized to... And if you wish to be... In any event...
I will actually be right back. I'm gonna go get a drink, so sit tight. Okay, back. Sorry, I was getting a drink and show my friend my character.
I'll send for you if I need you.
Elder Maxim, I have a set of plans to build a signal interceptor to get me inside the Institute.
An intriguing proposal that I'll have to seriously consider. However, before I allow any of my soldiers to reach the Institute, careful preparations need to be made. In the meantime, I need you to follow my orders and remain here.
I understand, Elder.
I know you're disappointed, but I need you. I'm not willing to risk this. Give us time to validate it. Then when the time is right, you're dismissed now.
Uh-huh. Sir.
Now that you've familiarized yourself with equipment's crew, are you ready for your next assignment, brother?
Yes, Elder.
Good. Let's get right to it then. Shall we? Take a look over there. That's Fort Strong. And it's infested with super mutants. Having those aberrations of nature close enough to smell is making me sick to my stomach. To make matters worse, they're sitting on top of a massive stockpile of Fat Man shells we could use in our campaign. I want you to head over there, wipe out everything that moves, and secure that stockpile. Understood?
Consider it done.
Look, I realize you're eager to take the fight to the Brotherhood cannot allow those abominations to have a nuclear arsenal at their fingertips.
It'll be a pleasure to exterminate that mutant filth.
Now, we have a vertibird on standby, fully armed and ready to depart. Use it to carry our message to Fort Strong, and wipe those dirty mutants from the face of the earth.
Taken on a death.
Yeah.
Okay.
Target acquired. I'll try to keep him in your sight.
Rape. Go weapons.
This area seems to be in disarray. Quite a bit of trash to pick through here. Searching through it could prove beneficial.
Someone there! Gonna be a good fight!
Back to hell with you! your safety off. Whoever or whatever created this mess might still be around.
Holy fuck!
I hear something! Gonna be a good fight! Where'd you go? Ah, face me, you coward!
I think they gave up. Wise choice.
Nah, they didn't give up. They're over here. Fuck!
Watch your step. There's quite a bit of debris.
No green stuff here. Ah. What's that? What? Scared already? What? Who's there? Come on! Let's fly!
Back to hell. Think you're clever?
Don't have any bobby pins.
can't remember where the elevator's at. No. Keep going down that way, so it's down here.
Developing this level of technology is a lost art that the Brotherhood's hoping to revive.
I hear something. Someone there. Who's there? Out sooner or later.
What?
Out there, somewhere. You can't hide forever. I can smell you out
Developing
there.
this level of technology is a lost art that the Brotherhood's hoping to revive.
You're here. Stop hiding. What is it? You have to come out sooner or later.
Sounding all clear. There isn't much left to properly identify these remains.
Slippery human. I hear something. Here's tricks.
Hold up. I think we're being stalked.
Blameless human! You humans!
We've got company.
Wounded.
Big fly. I don't think you never know what you'll find.
Paladin.
Look at this place. You must hate these mutants as much as I do.
Why do you hate super mutants so much?
Hate's too gentle a word. These monstrosities are just another example of man. I've been fighting for years, trying to put a stop to this madness. I've seen what these super mutants do to people. Can you imagine what the synths would do to us if they ever got the upper hand? It would be Armageddon repeated. And maybe the end of... Look.
Don't apologize. It reminds
Be
me
right
why
back.
I'm doing this.
Thank you, brother. It's good to know you're taking my advice to heart. Anyway, that's enough of that. What's important here is that you got the job done and secured these warheads. You should head back up to the Prydwen and talk to Maxon. I'm sure he'll want to debrief you as soon as possible. Dismissed.
Sweet.
No, not what I want.
Outstanding work at Fort Strong, soldier.
It was an honor fighting for the Brotherhood.
I'm glad you feel that way, because our mission here has only just begun. In order to bring the Institute to its knees, we need to use every weapon at our disposal. I try to supply my soldiers with the best. That's why I'm giving you these. Signal grenades can call a vertibird to your location when you need aerial transport. Simply throw one to the ground, and the vertibird will hone in on the unique electromagnetic smoke it emits. Once you're aboard, use the map on your Pip-Boy to interface with the pilot's navigation system, so he'll be able to take you wherever you need.
Thank you, Elder. I'll make good use of them.
I expect that you will. Now, I'm sure you're aware that Fort Strong was simply the first step towards the liberation of the Commonwealth. An even greater task lies ahead. By now, I'm sure you've deduced that our arrival in the Commonwealth wasn't coincidental. We're here because of a unique energy reading recorded by Paladin Dance's recon team. According to our scribes, the reading indicated a level of technology that only the Institute could achieve. The moment this information came to light, our mission became clear. The Institute, and everyone responsible for the creation of the synths, must be eliminated at all costs. To accomplish this goal, we need to locate the Institute's headquarters. I've had our scribes meticulously searching the Commonwealth, but they've come up empty-handed. The only logical explanation is that they've gone underground. That's where we need your help.
I have a way to infiltrate the Institute using a device called a signal interceptor.
So it appears we share a common goal. I'm pleased that you've chosen to build the device with the Brotherhood. Now, indulge me for a moment by satisfying my curiosity. Tell me why you're so eager to get into the Institute.
I think they're the ones who kidnapped my son.
The Institute preys on the weak to further their own ends. Together, we'll make them pay for their crimes. I'll call ahead and brief Proctor Ingram. Report to the airport, and get to work on your project right away.
Thank you for showing up, viewer. Now, let's see. Fly. Fly, fly, fly.
Oh, this frame is driving me crazy. Got like 3 itches I can't even scratch.
Elder Maxon said you'd help me build the signal interceptor.
So, looks like you're calling the shots around here now, huh? Alright, I'll bite. What does your new miracle device do?
The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out. This machine can hijack their signal and send me instead.
Teleportation? Molecular transmission via encrypted RF waves? Okay, even I have to admit, that's genius. This explains why we've been picking up anomalous energy readings all across the Commonwealth. Not to mention how they get their tin soldiers to come out of the damn walls. And this little beauty allows you to literally hijack a return signal. Instead of grabbing the intended target, it grabs you instead. Impressive.
Well, you definitely know your stuff.
Damn right I do. It's difficult to make out all the details here, but I'm thinking you can get started by building a stabilized reflector platform. It's gonna take a cargo hold full of high-grade metal, but I'm sure that we have plenty of it right here at the airport.
I'm glad you can make sense of those plans.
I haven't made sense of all of it yet, but I will by the time you get the first part built. Here's a list of everything you need to find. You're also going to need a massive power source to get the signal interceptor running.
Maxon ordered me to follow him to the gates of hell. I've been
So, I'm looking for copper, but there doesn't seem to be any copper around.
Proctor Ingram?
Any luck building the platform yet?
Yes. I'm ready to build the rest of it.
Good. Let's move on then. Here's a list of everything we'll need. Now I know some of that might as well be in Greek, so I'll be around if you have any questions.
Looks good, Ingram. I'll get to work right away.
Oh, one last thing before I forget. It's important that all the components are wired together so all the pieces are on a single grid. Otherwise, this isn't going to work. If you need any help, I'll be over at the build site making some adjustments and calculations.
Sure.
Now, actually, I'm gonna go up to the upper deck and get myself some supplies. Or maybe on the lower deck. I don't fucking know.
Charging into a situation guns blazing is a good way to get yourself killed.
I used to be a field scribe. Definitely never quit.
Oh, the Brotherhood's got a lifetime supply of nuclear ordnance.
Set me up.
All of my weapons are mission ready.
Don't like that. Don't like that. Keep that. Keep that.
I'd gladly lay down my life if it keeps humanity from beating the apocalypse.
Feels like you can take on the world, doesn't
If you find any technical documents, you should bring them to Proctor Quinlan for analysis.
Let's talk to Proctor Tegan. I bet he has some excellent mods on the power.
Put 2 in the head, and they'll stay dead. Advice to live by.
games with me, huh? Incoming! Don't you die on me! Just die!
Oh, I feel like I'm about to get jumped by a death claw.
Let's get close, human! Look at your death! Ah, wounded! Rage! Rage! Look me in the eye as you die!
Out of your room. Don't stand still.
Attention. Fugitive should be considered armed and dangerous.
Commonwealth's a dangerous place. Make sure you gear up before you head out.
This isn't gonna do anything.
I'm too busy to
without power.
speak right now.
you need any help with the signal interceptor?
I could use your help finding parts for the beam emitter.
I'd scout out pre-war military bases for military-grade circuit boards.
I'll send for you if I need.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
Do you need any help with the signal interceptor?
Not sure how we're gonna build this relay dish.
Try and locate old radar installations or radio transmitters. If you're lucky, a few of them might still have their dishes intact.
I'm occupied at the moment. We'll speak later.
I will be right back. I'm going to do some research. Be right back.
Do you need any help with the signal interceptor? Hey, we're talking here, right?
This isn't gonna do anything without power. This isn't gonna do anything without power.
Do you need any help with the signal?
This isn't gonna do anything without power.
Sorry. My controller went dead. And I think we have it. Oh, make sure that's plugged in all the way. I'll go over here. This juice bag.
Remarkable work, Knight. The signal interceptor appears to be complete. Are you ready to put it to the test?
Absolutely. Ready to go.
Your confidence is an inspiration to us all. That being said, this is the first time we've attempted to directly adapt Institute technology. When we throw that switch, we don't know exactly what's gonna happen. God willing, you'll end up inside the Institute, and the mission can continue.
What are the details of my mission?
I'm glad you asked. Now, I want you to listen very carefully. Once you've entered the Institute, we expect to lose contact, so it's imperative you remember everything I'm about to tell you. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
That's fortunate.
Yes, it was. Securing useful resources. That said, after some time, we're fairly certain.
Sure. I'm surprised that the Brotherhood let her go.
Had I been in command, I wouldn't have allowed it to happen. She was a valuable asset. Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Lee's whereabouts. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her and convince her to return to the Brotherhood. There's a special project we're working on.
What's this project that needs her attention?
Dr. Lee previously worked on a potent weapon for the Brotherhood of Steel. We'd like her to continue where she left off. That's all. Listen to me, Knight. I'm well aware that you'll... Just keep your mind on the... Good luck.
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform and we'll see if I can find a... The device doesn't work from over there. You have to be on the platform. Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well. Looks like we have a winner! RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
I'm in enemy territory.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. Known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. Effectively. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean. Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean. It's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Yes, it's me. Your dad. I'm here, Sean.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Please, Sean. I'm your father. Talk to me. Just open the door.
Father? Father, help me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. Let's start anew.
Give me Sean. The real Sean. Right now!
I know. You've gone to such lengths to...
Just... help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you have traveled very far. It's good to finally meet you. After all this time, it's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
It's really you. After all this time.
Yes. It's true. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality, and here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
It wasn't right, what they did. Taking you from me like that.
To you, that would certainly seem true. But to the Institute, it made all the sense in the world. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you.
In a manner of speaking. Yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics, used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
Sean.
It really is. I know you must have questions. Please.
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a response. The Institute. It's important. It
doesn't matter what...
I'm glad we see. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can just... What else can I say?
Sure. Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
After what I've seen, I pity the man. He was as much a victim as anything.
After what he did to you, I'm shocked you would be so. But yes, I, for one, will never truly forgive him. The Institute took it. Institute technology plural. He never failed, I won't lie.
Right.
What else can I say?
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Sure. She loved you.
I have no doubt. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. With old age comes regret. But what matters now is that you... I know there's more for us, but the Institute is on the... I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped, and now...
Yes, that's what I want.
I know. Forgive me. There is much...
I'll do whatever it takes.
I am glad to hear. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facility, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of...
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this
Doctor.
primary
They
drive
weren't
servo.
kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie. When Father told us about you, if you don't mind my asking...
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and we maintain and there's a lot of the work we do.
Right.
So,
Absolutely.
take your time. If there's...
It must be a challenge to meet the power demands of a place like
That's
this.
the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out of these older models...
I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
Oh.
Can't argue with that.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thanks again.
Of course.
Greetings, sir.
Time to examine my latest reports on batch 275.
Rosalind is not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick.
Hey, Doc.
I wonder how the
Welcome.
Warwick family is
So
doing.
good to have you here.
Young
Dr.
Lolly
Clayton
must be close to
Holder.
10 years old.
I can't wait.
It's remarkable that any
I
child
look
can
forward to
survive
learning more about it.
In that case, as the name our to that, we probably
Seems like there's nothing you guys can
with hard work. I'm
not sure how well I'll fit in, but...
great. In any case, I imagine you'll want.
You mentioned...
He's our top. Dr. Volker, you won't.
Nothing to report, sir.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his
at full capacity.
Are you seriously thinking of heading over to robotics?
We're
to knock
all
some
looking
heads
forward to
together?
working with you.
Always be vigilant. We have many enemies.
Maybe I should take some courses with me. Send a message.
Hello? Move.
There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me a lot? My methods get results, and they will this time as well.
I
You'll
don't
see.
think you'll be needing that suit of power armor in here.
Carry on.
The Directorate should take the synth escapes more seriously.
Courses on the hunt are relentless. If you see one, you should stay out of its way.
Hi, Doc.
So, here you are. Just an AO. Acting director. I'll be upfront with you. Just,
Right.
I'm sure you are.
No problems here.
Good to hear.
Sure.
Now, Father, our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
I'm sure it's best for everyone if the synths remain here.
Certainly. We can't allow sophisticated The results could be disastrous. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Of course, they are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are... Well, I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Very well.
Like any machine, the synth can malfunction.
Just wish it didn't happen so often.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Scanning. Unknown identity. Confirmed.
Hi.
All systems nominal.
No visible reaction.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it.
Dr. Lee.
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
Actually, I was looking for you.
Me? Why?
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to find you.
You don't beat around the bush, I'll give you that. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you.
If I wanted to kill you, we wouldn't be talking.
That's a fair point. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he... Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help. They seem to have everything under...
The Brotherhood valued your presence.
Well, how sweet of them. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come... What reason would I have...
Father trusts me, and so should you.
He trusts you because you're family. I'm not. I can't just take your word for it. I need more than that.
The Brotherhood has always been straight with you.
You're wasting your breath. The Brotherhood desired... I'm not interested in...
I give up. What would it take to convince you?
All right, I'll play your game. I had a colleague down here, a Dr. Virgil. Several months ago, there was an accident in his lab, and he was killed. I wanted to help with the investigation, but Father had the laboratory sealed, saying that it was contaminated. The incident never sat right with me. The more I asked about it, the more I... If you bring me solid information on what killed him, I'll take it as a favor from the Brotherhood.
Right.
Do we have a deal?
Deal.
All right. Dr. Virgil's lab was in the Biosciences Division. I can give you a code that will get you into the section, but the lab itself has been sealed, so you'll have to breach it on your own. I'd tell you to be quiet about it, but your brother... And finally, if you get caught, we never had this conversation. Now, for the sake of keeping up appearances, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an... In case the significance, if nothing else... Speaking of...
What just happened?
Something's out there!
Bye-bye.
Actually, more damage.
Yeah, I didn't realize that I couldn't access that terminal. If I did, I wouldn't have done it. Don't tell me I have to reload.
Dr. Lee.
I thought I was clear. Bring me the...
Dr. Thompson, I know we're not that close, but may I ask a favor of you?
Sure, of course.
Both Allie and myself...
Safety first. Remember that.
One day, I'll design a more efficient reactor to replace that old bunker in the basement.
It's the third night in a row.
Say no more. He can come over and have dinner with us. I'm sure the girls will be thrilled.
Not... Too much trouble?
No trouble at all. Just come by when you're finished.
Terminal's gotta be somewhere. Terminal's got this locked.
Sweet.
Terminal somewhere.
Liam's been trying to teach me robotics. It's more complicated than I thought.
Whoops.
That's it.
There we go.
Most men lack the patience to observe.
Showing promising results. You're here. Glad you made it.
Area not secure. Resetting threat level.
Delay. No? Really?
Loctite.
Perimeter movement detected. Possible stealth unit in the AO. Standing down.
Fuck. Fuck me, man.
Negative sense. Read. Weapons cold. no way out of this. Running close quarters subroutine.
Yes.
Won't be able to pick this.
Nice.
Whoops.
Humanity's future is taking root right here.
Don't want to leave here without my power armor. The reason I took it off was to see if I could sneak my way past. Because you see, hear all that clunking? I don't trust these initiate douchebags. Or the Institute douchebags, I should say.
When are you going to tell me about this?
Probably telling me that I'm close to getting depleted from my fusion core. Think that's what that's for.
Dr. Lee.
Took you long enough to find that evidence. Let me see what you've got.
I'm afraid it's bad news.
Since when do you know what I consider bad news? Just let me hear it.
I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me.
They lied to me. They lied to me, and I didn't even realize how far it went. All those years of loyalty. For nothing.
No matter how badly it hurts, you needed to hear the truth.
And for that, I thank you. I came to the Institute to get away from the Brotherhood. From the whole world. I just wanted to do my research in peace. Father took me in and gave me access to cutting-edge technology that I only dreamed existed. I became jaded. I thought that the Institute cared. But now I realize if you can't trust the people you're... If they lied about Dr. Virgil, who knows what else they've been lying about? Or what their plans are for my work. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Lee.
Now, aid, no, quest. There we go.
One day, I'll design a more efficient reactor to replace that old clunker in the basement.
Sir, we've had another situation. A code red.
What? Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't passed your navigation
We're looking into it.
You're all useless.
Pardon me.
Is it 3 levels?
Synth unit. You were scheduled for a maintenance duty in SRB last night.
That was my
Anything
favorite
you'd
one.
like to report?
Nothing to
Keep it a
report.
little longer.
I will be happy to forward your request to the Bioscience Division. In the meantime, please feel free to enjoy our nutrition. Remember, health and happiness go hand in hand. Remember to practice good sanitation habits at all times.
Director Holdren seems